And Pennywise. Sorry. All right, what's up? This is TK from Comic Insider and the Gulf Coast CW. We're out here at day 3 of DeadCon with one of the legends herself, Carrie Genzel. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm glad to be able to make this event. We had a bit of a crazy thing go on this weekend, so it was great to get out here.
Well, it's good to see you. Welcome.
Yeah, how have you been?
We've been good.
How's the whole event? Because I missed most of it.
Well,
has it been pretty awesome?
It's been pretty awesome. Like I said, we just Pennywise is.
Yeah, there he goes again.
There he goes again. Pennywise
is
walking around. I just held an owl, so what's not to love?
Oh,
yeah, there's an owl.
Taxidermy or a real one? Because I saw they had taxidermy stuff over here for sale.
No, a real
I was
live
like, whoa.
owl. You got to go visit Theo the owl. I'll show you where he is. He's pretty cool.
Definitely check that out.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about some of the stuff. Mainly, wanted to start off with current. I told you earlier when we talked, I've only seen about 3 or 4 episodes of season 11.
Right, but you saw those first 2.
Oh yeah,
there
seen
you
you on there. So
Yeah.
it seems like with your characters, one of the people in charge, trying to of this lot more different town than any other of the civilizations that are
absolutely.
surviving the whole Walking Dead series.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been a fan of Walking Dead since the beginning, and so as an actor, it was pretty cool to be able to walk on that set and be a part of the story, and be a part of the Commonwealth, because that's like a new community on The Walking Dead. Those people that follow the comic book, read the comic book, they know about the Commonwealth, but for a lot of viewers, they're kind of learning as the episodes air about who we are, and we do things a little bit differently in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I gotta say, how do you like it versus like the comics going into the TV show? Because like, I mean, with the comics and its show, for the most part, it's always been since the get-go of Walking Dead, pretty spot on with about every character.
Yeah, they change a little bit of stuff, and because the series has veered off a little from the comic book from time to time, so they've changed things up a little, and they've done
Carl was a good example. He was in the
Yeah.
comics, he died a lot earlier on, but in the show it was like, what, season 8, season 9?
Yeah, so currently Yumiko is sort of taking over the storyline that Michonne had in the comic book. So she's a lawyer, and she meets up with a family member in the Commonwealth, and so she's sort of taking over that storyline. So sometimes things change a little bit, but you know.
I saw the dynamic on, like, I think it was the 3rd episode in, she was getting interviewed again and just kind of calmly lost it. It's like, all right, I used to be a lawyer. Don't around pretty much.
She kind of handed me my derriere. Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, but so what's in the Commonwealth? What do you think we're going to see so much in this community in the future?
Well, the Commonwealth is very much, they really tried to mimic what it was like before the fall, and whether that's good or bad. So there very much is kind of a class system in the Commonwealth. So they base your value on what you did before the fall. So that's my line of questioning, right? What did you do? What did you do? What's your education?
Those were pretty, strict
what do you use to wipe? These are all important
habits,
questions.
everything, the jobs, and
exactly. So then
what
from
music,
there,
I think they said for one of them.
Yeah. So you get a job based on who you were before the fall, and that's going to work for some of the survivors, and that's not going to work for some of the survivors, because some of the survivors have really thrived, right? In the apocalypse, and their value might be lower down because of their education or what their job was before.
Right.
So this is a little bit of a different situation for them.
Yeah, you kind of see that with Princess a little bit when you were interviewing her. Was kind of like y'all were sparring a little bit in that scene. Like
She's a little bit
already
of a
knew.
smartass, yeah.
It's like she already knew her character knew the
smartass.
Placement system already.
She already knew. Yeah. And for somebody like Ezekiel, right, who's sick, that's a little bit of a scary situation of what's going to happen to me.
He was having to hide the cancer and everything.
Yeah. So whether that's going to be good or bad for him, you guys will have to watch and see. But it's a different ball game. But in the history of the show, there have been times that people have been interviewed or have been imprisoned even, right, within the show before they're allowed in the community, right? To make sure that they're safe, right?
Yeah, and the train cars, that was kind of a crazy scene.
Right? So we're not that much different. We're just very organized. Right? Yeah.
Well, we can't keep talking about nothing but Walking Dead for this interview, even though I would love to. But, I mean, it's been a lot of other things. I mean, Watchmen, how was that to be in the DC course.
You know, Watchmen was such a really cool experience. It was such a huge production that to be a part of it was really, really cool. And every single detail was so thought out. And, you know, to play Jackie Kennedy, they had a wig made for my head. Then they cut the wig on my head. I mean, it was this whole process. And Zack Snyder, of course, the director, was just so excited about every aspect of it. So he'd come out, oh, that looks really cool. And when we walked out on set the first time, he just was like, wow, you guys look amazing. Like,
you know you're on a good set, you know, Zack Snyder's involved in that. I mean,
exactly.
Hell, they had the Justice League come out again just for his cut.
I know. So, like, you know, there was just such attention to detail, and there was so much excitement around it that it was really cool to be a part of it.
Awesome.
And then to play Jackie Kennedy, you know, one of the most iconic women in history, was pretty cool.
It's pretty crazy, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and also you've been not just I would say DC, but a CW style show of Supernatural. I had to mention that because my boss will kill me otherwise.
Hey, I've done a few of those, right? I did a couple of episodes of Supernatural. I did Smallville, another show.
Smallville was awesome.
Right, 20 years they're celebrating their 20th anniversary.
Can you believe it?
So
time
crazy,
flies.
so crazy. You know, it was really cool to work with everyone there. Supernatural, they always seem to do something crazy with me. The first time I was on the show, it was bugs. I had to work with spiders, live spiders, which was really crazy. And then the second time I had sparkly blood all over my face.
Oh, wow.
So they always kept it interesting for me on Supernatural.
Right.
And the fans, you know, the fans are,
oh, yeah.
a very vocal group.
I mean, 15 seasons out.
And they still were getting, you know, most popular show and best of and all that because of that fan base. So now I've got the best of both worlds. I got Supernatural, I got Walking Dead, you know.
Awesome stuff.
Best fan bases.
Well, we can't keep you out here all day. I know you gotta let you make your money and, you know, get the autograph signed for the fans.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, you guys don't know it, but there's about like a few hundred fans, to be honest. So we gotta let her get back to it. But before we do hop off here, I want to see for a professional site for fans to be able to find you, be able to follow your page, where they can find you on social media.
Just look for me, Carrie Genzel. I am out there. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. There should only be one of me.
All right.
I should be easy to find.
All right. Well, get out here. There's a couple hours left of this event. Make sure to check out some of the amazing shows that Carrie Genzel's been on, because, oh my God, Supernatural, everything else. And you know what? We'll see you in the multiverse. It's TK from Comic Cider, Gulf Coast CW. Gotta run. Thank you so much for